A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Shootin'! What's going on, Star Wars fam? I'm your bro host, Daniel Miller. Welcome back to another episode of Shootin' a Poodoo. I was off for a week. I was excited. You know, it's got to get that out.
It's like we've been gone for a lot longer than that. I don't know why.
I know.
Hey. Oh, well.
How is everybody? And welcome back the chat and everybody, my lovely bro hosts. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Hello. Cowabunga dudes.
Exactly.
I got to, I've been rewatching Game of Thrones, and I walked in here 20 minutes into the Red Wedding episode. And
Fun.
So I know that's going on out there.
Nice.
So
what
that's what I'm
episode.
doing.
I remember at the end of that night, like the internet was like, wow.
It's funny because we were just talking about like rewatches. And is this like someone watching it for the first time or is it a rewatch?
Rewatch, entirely rewatch.
Nice.
Self up to it.
That's what we need more of, but more appreciate. Like I'm telling you, I don't know how many times I've like not rewatched stuff that's come out, like even Star Wars stuff, where it's just I feel like
so
since
much
we get
Yeah.
I mean, this will be my
You get bombarded with new stuff. It's hard to go back and watch older stuff. It's yeah.
This will be my
really
first
cool.
rewatch since the series concluded. Like knowing how it ends, it'll be my first time watching through all of it, which is going to be interesting. I'm still doing the Leo DiCaprio meme every 5 seconds, being like, oh, like I remember not having a clue, having that go over my head, and me just sitting here going, oh no. And then all of the foreshadowing of like, it's like the entire first 3 seasons are like quotes that like don't end well. You know, it's just like, you say that now, but your entire family's going to get like massacred at a wedding. So that's like a bummer, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I guess I'm the only person who is pretty continually rewatching stuff.
Good for you.
But I
That's
think
awesome.
I have an addiction problem, you know? Like I literally feel like my life is ending if I don't rewatch Sherlock like once every
Nice.
That's fair.
I'm like that with like
You know?
Scrubs and stuff.
But at least it's not a long series, right? Because you can
That's
get
why
through it
it's
pretty
fair.
quickly.
That's what
So-
I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. In between that, I'm always doing a Next Generation rewatch, which is
Oh,
always the
yes.
long one. But you just find yourself, you know, one episode, then it's 2. Suddenly you realize you've been sitting there for 6 hours and you're like, okay, Mr.
Yeah.
Riker, let go. He never does, but I try.
Yeah.
Like it's funny how this conversation starts off because honestly, with what's been going on right now with this strike and everything, and you know, Michael, you were telling me about some crazy, like messed up stuff about like this is going to go on until people lose their houses, and someone's already selling their house, like a big name. It's like, are we going to be entering like an era where we're going to be waiting a lot longer for new stuff now because of what's going on from this? Or is there going to be a big wake of us diving back into old shit because a lot of new stuff isn't coming out?
Yeah.
Well, I'm always a fan of reviewing old stuff because you know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
And
I mean, look,
can play into that. It's just fun.
Look at all the stuff that we grew up on that was in syndication, or even if we go back as far as when we were kids and we were watching the freaking Brady Bunch, how many times did I watch that I never got sick of it? It's like,
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel the same way
fun.
about STNG is definitely one of those for me. It's like I've
yeah.
seen every single Picard speech 800 times and I still tear up in measure again. Like
100%.
Yeah,
there's
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I watched every episode of Saved by the Bell 6 times.
Nice.
I think I watched it 6 times back when it was still on, so I'm not ready to watch it again. But you know, I'm not saying I wouldn't sit down and watch it again.
It was on 2 hours before school for a high school for 4 years, so that's about right.
Dude, I went through all the seasons of Scrubs in the hospital twice.
Nice.
When I was in there for a week.
Wait, you were in the hospital watching Scrubs?
That's what all the nurses kept saying. I was like, I love this show.
You're like,
Dan,
mood. Just gets
read
me
They're
in
like,
the mood.
what is
Read-
wrong with you?
read
I'm
the
like,
room.
what?
Read the
Well,
room,
I can't say anything because I mean I was happily watching like airplane accidents when I was flying to Europe on like
Oh yeah.
He's watching
What?
like in Denzel's
figure it's
flight,
like,
you
look,
know?
face it head
Things
on.
on
That's
a
what I
plane.
heard.
Passenger 57.
I mean, let's be honest here. Of all the ways to die tragically, a plane crash is probably going to be the least painful when it
Are
comes.
you watching Turbulence?
Like all of a sudden the plane is crashing and then I'm sitting there. I was like, oh my god! I was like, I hope the people next to me don't freak out too much, but I'm enjoying myself.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
I get
You're that guy. You're that
when
guy.
I'm in the air, I get this like sense of like almost calm because I know like my life is out of my hands. So I'm just
Yeah.
like, well,
Yeah.
I guess I'm dead technically until we land on the ground. So
It happened.
That's just always been the thing for me. It's like one of my sisters is really, really, really not a fan of flying. You know, the least bit of turbulence, and she's about ready to explode. You know, and of course I can't say anything because I don't know how to be nice. I worked at a hospital for too long. You know, and it's like I just want to look at her and go, babe, if the plane goes down, okay, you're not gonna feel nothing. All right. So just chill out and relax, you know. But I feel like that's not gonna help her.
it's gonna be a blur.
No.
It's gonna be like 3
It's
seconds.
gonna be
of
a blur. Yeah, you'll be scared. Yes, you'll be scared. But trust me, the part you're worried about, don't be worried.
It's like when you see those parts in the movies where it cuts to the clip of people are just like,
Yeah.
like that's literally gonna be like
That needs to be a clip for later. We need to save that for later.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's like it's like
One week off.
it's like when
But-
you know the A-wing crashes into the Executor Bridge.
I mean, statistically, it is still the safest way to travel.
Yes.
Yes,
It
according to
definitely is.
Superman.
I mean, it's in the air where there's no one. So
Yeah.
that's good. You
Yeah.
know,
I mean, unless you're in an air show,
flying
'cause-
cars.
unless you're in the air show.
Why are you doing that? Come on now.
right?
Get down from there.
That shit's crazy.
Hey, even I don't fly.
Yeah.
I'm not flying on
No.
that day.
How
No,
about, how
no,
about
no.
you get down from there and use your feet?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
I
Today
know
would be a
we're going-
great
Show me
day
those
just
new
to look for-
shoes. You show
I
me
know we're
those
going
new
way
shoes,
off,
mister.
but I mean, like, could you, for what you just said, could you imagine if like humans could, we all had our own flying vehicles? It would be, everyone would be
Oh
dying.
God.
Yeah, what are
all
you,
the time.
7? You imagine if we had all of our own flying vehicles?
Okay,
Dude,
but
death
that's
everywhere.
Dude, I
That's
still
not-
want the Jetson suitcase thing.
Be raining body
The-
parts.
the Jetsons is exactly what I was thinking, and like we saw in the Jetsons how everybody would die. Like everybody would die. They're just like
reason
zipping
it would
in and
not
out. You know,
happen-
nobody
Well, the
did.
reason why
but
the
it's just like,
Jetsons survived is they had space jazz. So
Yes.
the
Exactly.
thing I want
Space
from the
Jazz.
Jetsons is the pill that's like the whole meal.
that's wild.
You know, that's the thing I want. Like
We're getting
that's
close.
like
If that fate worse than death.
Definitely.
yes,
Yeah, I'm with you,
absolutely. We do
Samir.
want them to get a fair deal, however hard the strike is and how
Yeah.
much it.
I mean,
Yeah,
here's
so
the thing.
That's
If
not
somebody out
important
there,
comparatively.
if somebody's out there doing really well and they have a lot of room in their mansion, open the doors to those folks who are having a harder time. Because you know what?
Mhm.
If you all want to stand together, I'm sure that would be very helpful for a lot of people right now.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
nobody's using the guest house, I'm
Yeah,
just
guest
saying.
houses,
Yeah.
I'm sure. It's
I
like-
was going
Florence.
easy. I was going easy.
No, but seriously, I mean, you know, some folks have like amazing homes with so much room, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate. It should never come to that. But you know, hopefully, like I said, in the end, folks get paid, you know, what they should be getting paid, and things change for the better. Because
Mhm.
otherwise, this will continue happening over and over again until the next time they're screwing people over again. You know.
Yep.
So
Well,
yeah.
and it's not just the money either. It's the AI thing too, and I think
that's a little icky.
realistic concern.
Oh.
The idea that you know, oh, I own your likeness. I can just put
Yeah.
you in anything.
But you know
that
what?
is
That's going
realistic.
to open up new
It's
doors.
going to make porn a
for-
lot better.
Yeah, well, there you go. But like attorneys and entertainment law and all that stuff, they're gonna have to adapt to this. They're going to have to, really, there's going to be cases that are going to end up like breaking the mold, and you're going to have to study a whole new subset of law for this. So,
I can't read. What does that say?
Blow that up. That says Last of Us. Blow that up right now. Is that Last of Us 3?
Sir, it says,
Yep.
I can see the handsome Druckmann himself right there, though.
Naughty Dog name as per his Instagram bio.
Hold on.
Neil Druckmann
what
is writing and directing a new Naughty Dog game as per his.
Okay.
It's but not The Last of Us Part 3.
We don't know.
It could be.
Okay.
The next Naughty Dog game.
Because they've been talking about Last of Us Part 3. They've been teasing.
Well,
anything.
Only me and Claire can talk about it because we've seen the future.
Yes, you have.
Yes.
It's very difficult.
Yeah.
We're
Sorry,
still old.
I had to just throw that in there. My ADHD couldn't handle.
It's fine. That's awesome.
Also, my ADHD right now, I literally can hear the Rains of Castamere in the background, and it's really stressing me the fuck out, guys. It's really, I know such shit's going down in the other room.
Slicing.
I hear those fucking strings, and I don't love it. Don't love it. Sorry, continue. I hope we get that Last of Us Part 3 or anything that the Druckmann does. We love him.
Claire, I never told you what my idea of it is, and I'll just text it to you when this of what I think they should do. But
oh my god, I can't wait to hear it. And I can't wait to have to put my phone down and not respond to you and just sit in a corner for a bit and breathe heavy.
Yeah.
So besides Claire and Raven, I mean, are you currently in the middle of anything that you're rewatching?
Nothing I'm going to admit to.
What? Oh my god!
I am two episodes into season 2 of The Young Riders because I have a Josh Brolin problem, and I have always had a Josh Brolin problem.
That is a Josh Brolin solution.
That is a Josh Brolin solution because oh Jesus!
I've watched a few movies.
There's something about watching him ride a horse that just makes me happy. I can't,
Come on.
Yeah, I rewatched a few movies, not any TV shows yet or anything, but I rewatched.
Any replays of games?
No, I'm playing a ridiculous game right now that would have you be like, "Why are you doing this to yourself?"
Remnant?
But yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Playing Remnant. I mean, I'm about to beat it for the second time.
Whatever.
I got problems, but it's a really hard game. Don't do it.
It's almost like video game masochism or some shit like that.
Dude, whatever. I gotta get all the stuff.
It is, yeah, but you die so much in horrible ways.
So what?
All the time.
But you get the stuff, dude. Okay, I'm in a situation. Right. I can't even explain this to you.
Yeah, it's all right. What about you? What are you rewatching? Anything?
I'm dipping in and out of because I started a rewatch of The West Wing some months back. I think I left off early season 4 at this point, but I go back to it. I had to go back and finish up all of Superman and Lois. I finally finished watching that up until the end of season 3. So that actually was pretty good. But yeah, West Wing is the show that's my go-to where I can go back, just rewatch it and just I'm happy doing so.
I have all 7 seasons on the DVDs and watch them all the time because I am a Limonette for sure all day.
Nice.
But, I mean, I love the show just in general.
Lemons. Whatever. Lemons. Yeah.
Well, it's such a great show because it gives you the hope that the people that are there care as much as those guys did.
Exactly.
I'm not going to say one way or another, but it's how it feels.
So the other day, in the West Wing group I'm in, somebody posted this picture. Oh, no. Never mind. I'm going to say that I'm the one who posted about it in the end, but I found this picture. Somebody had posted about this gal that had gone on a date with this guy, and he was a farmer, and he gave her this round cheese as a gift, right? Mm-hmm, and I put it in the West Wing group, and I said,
on a first date?
Yeah, something like on a first date, right? And so I was like,
it would work
because I guess what it is
I had so many shitty first dates. I could have gotten cheese out of it.
And apparently it used to be, somebody posted in there that it used to be because that's how men would show that they could provide by giving something like that on their first date, especially farmers and so forth, right? So I was like, that's cool. But
Yep.
what I
Bring
did
that
is when-
tradition back. I want cheese.
Right, I
Just
want
kidding.
cheese
I'm
too.
taking no more first dates, but like whatever. I still want.
but I
cheese.
I
said
want cheese.
I know, right? I said
I
that
love
this would have went
cheese.
over better if it would have been a block, because then they would have had a big block of
Big
cheese
block
date.
of cheese date.
That's fair.
So good.
Shut up. Everything about that show is fantastic. Martin Sheen is amazing. How he goes from being so
Yes,
funny
please.
to
I was
being
like-
so serious.
That's
And
just so
Yeah.
good.
oh, it's just so
It's
good.
so
I mean, Aaron Sorkin doesn't slack. Everybody knows that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
for
Sorkin
anybody
guy,
who never
he's
watched The
pretty
West Wing, you
talented.
really should. Yeah, exactly.
God,
but,
you're
I
you
love
know,
Think
the
of the
walk and talks,
podcast.
man. It's all about the
the
walk and
walk
talks.
talks.
Yeah.
The walk and talks are great. I love the Butterball hotline.
Oh my
The
God,
Butterball
yes.
hotline is
Oh my
hilarious.
God. The best.
Hilarious.
And I love Ainsley too. Ainsley is super cool when she's on
Oh,
there.
yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. He's like,
God, I need to
she's
rewatch
babbling.
it now.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
It's just been so long since I've watched it that everything that you're saying is making me go, oh yeah.
I've never
Right.
watched it. I'm just
Right.
like,
It's
Oh, it's
really
so
good,
good.
man. From the
Oh, it's very
get-go,
good.
it is really good. Like
I've never watched it
yeah,
either. I've watched
it's
this later
hard
stuff
not to
about
get
that.
into it pretty quick. And by the
Mhm.
end of season 1, it's already gotten under your skin, and it's like you're
Mhm.
fully into the show. Yeah, good stuff.
I have to
Pretty
check
good.
that one out.
Oh, Nick's gonna do a podcast of the Wills on it. Mark, we're gonna have to
Oh.
go in there.
Oh,
and-
that's fun, huh?
Ooh,
I'm
Yeah.
down. I'm
I
so
look forward to
down.
watching that.
West Wing of the Wills.
It's such a good show, and it
Somebody
really,
pay
I
Dan.
think what it does well is that it's serious and it's funny,
Mhm.
but it does a good job of talking about things, and you get to be in the room where people are having discussions about important things, but we're having a discussion on television discussions. They're having like real discussions about things. And I think it just helps to just kind of like open your mind to the idea that however you might look at something, it's not how everybody looks at it. And there's always somebody in the room to tell you, well, that's not how, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So I think it's a great show in that regard, but I'll stop now, but damn. West
Look, I
Wing.
get a
Yeah.
lot
You
of
haven't
my
seen it, you should.
political fed to me through Stargate SG-1. All right, it's
Nice.
Well,
a lot of Air Force talk and presidents and stuff.
Well, and I think the West Wing is political, but it's
Mhm.
there's so much drama that I mean,
I've
there's a
I've
lot
heard-
of drama.
hearing you guys talk about it. I've got to check it out. So
It's
I
great.
think
Yeah,
maybe
absolutely.
Absolute
do.
classic.
I mean,
yeah.
it's just like the actors alone. It's just,
Yeah.
oh,
Playing against type in so many ways, and then in some ways playing exactly who they are. I mean, Martin Sheen being, very, very, religious, and playing a character where he can't always feed that, that side of who he is, because he's not making a decision for himself. He's making a decision for other people, but at the same time, he has to, and that's a balancing act for anybody, I think, to have to put aside your own personal feelings about something to do other things. You know what I mean? Because nobody wants to do what's against their own
Yeah.
personal
Yeah, it
feelings,
shows
right?
your caliber as an
Yeah.
actor.
Yeah.
and I
Right,
love the
right.
chemistry between
Be
him and
outside your
Abby.
comfort zone.
Yes.
Oh yes, yes. Well, I
Oh
mean,
my
and
God,
I
I hear
mean, Martin
Mr.
Sheen
blood
and
curdling
Stockard
scream right
Channing.
now.
Like, how
Yeah.
bad can it be? And
I
also
mean-
for the Stockard Channing lovers, Maul Flanders.
Yes.
Holy shit!
What you were saying, Raven,
I
like,
love
that's
you,
why
Stockard.
that's why they act to be outside
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
comfort zone.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it reminds
exactly.
me too that, like, when I was thinking about Starker Channing roles and I was thinking about Will Smith roles, I mean, 6 Degrees of Separation. When you go back and
Exactly,
watch
yeah.
that movie, my God,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well-
so good.
Yes. Well,
So
we'd
now
like to
that
hear him do it different,
Right, exactly. I love that movie. I mean, I think that movie just it plays really well. You really get to see Will Smith shine in that film,
Mhm.
and that's
Mhm.
it's always nice to go back and see that him at that age, right? So anyway,
Why is
Yep.
John Barenthal here?
I don't know. It's great.
I know exactly. It's like,
I'm
hey,
not,
man,
I'm not that mad
welcome,
about it.
But
welcome, welcome, John.
Hi.
What are you trying to
What
tell
are
us,
you? Are
John?
you? Are you out on the
I had
front line
half a
downstairs?
beer.
Yes, Nick.
Sir,
I
are
had
you
half-
helping fight for the
I had-
right of good wages?
I had half a beer, John Barenthal.
John Barenthal. John Barenthal.
I buy
We're talking
beer.
about the West Wing on our.
Well,
Yeah.
I was about to say, now that we've gone over something old, let's go over
Ooh.
something new.
Something
Michael?
borrowed and
Right.
something new.
Oh,
You
My
just
God.
I don't know.
saw an
Would be blue,
amazing
wrong.
fun movie this weekend.
So I saw the Ninja Turtles movie,
Yes.
and Seth Rogen was like, I'm gonna get all my friends together
Mm-hmm.
and 4 actual teenagers, and we're gonna make this Ninja Turtles movie.
Yep.
And he was like, here. And I was like,
Yep.
thank you.
It was a love letter for 90s kids. It
It
really
was so good. So
Yeah.
brief history.
Yeah.
You know, everybody knows me as like, Rogue likes Ghostbusters. Yeah, who you gonna call? Right. So, but before that, my first like tracksuit, my first bike, my first action figure was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Aw.
The reason why I liked the Ghostbusters is because it was 4 guys.
I wish you had a picture of yourself that I could have put up here.
That'd be pretty cool. I have a picture of me in a Ninja Turtles tracksuit with a Malcolm X hat. Pretty good.
Nice.
Pretty good.
I love
That's
it.
right.
I was like 5. I was like,
And I
What
bet you
else
that
would you
smile
do?
is just exactly how it
it's
is in the
just
picture.
teeth. It's just teeth and like untouched sun melanin. Just like anyway. So I've been a Turtles fan since its inception, and I had the toys and everything, and I had an uncle who was like, he always used to mess with me, but he was like serious this time. He was like, hey, there's a movie like with people, like a live action movie. I was like, what do you mean there's a live action movie with Ninja Turtles? He was like, there are people in a movie with Ninja Turtles. And I was like, get away from me. No, he was like, no, really. This is happening. And I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
He's like, it's out. I was like, we go to Blockbuster right now. I was like, dude, please. So we go. And he was like, boom.
It was the greatest.
And then I go to Blockbuster to pick up this movie I didn't know exists for this show and clothes that I have that I'm like obsessed with. And then I see a poster for part 2. So I found out, oh yeah, 100%. Uncle Phil Shredder. Yeah.
I had no
All
idea.
day long.
I had no idea.
Shredder, I'm gonna
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that.
I've known that since I was like, I've been.
That's
like,
awesome.
I wouldn't surprised. Yeah,
No,
I wasn't surprised
not
with
at all.
That is a fun
Um,
fact, Samir.
It's,
I
it's
just- Yeah,
very,
that's a
very
great
cool,
fact.
actually.
I love that.
But anyway, I see a poster for part 2. And I was like, oh my God. I like, what are you talking about? I get to take the first one home, and there's more on the way. And this Saturday is more cartoons. I was like, is this what a heart attack feels like? Because
Yeah.
what do you there's gonna be like, I understand, hey, there's toys that I want, but it's more of the shit? Like what?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I've been a fan of Turtles, and there hasn't been a movie for a long time. The last movie was called just TMNT. It was CGI, came out, I want to say, like mid to late like aughts, and it was based off of the recent cartoon that they got canceled. So they finished up what they were going to do for the show as a movie, but changed the animation, but kept the voice cast. Very strange. Done by Imaji Studios, who
Is
later
Megan
did
Fox
Astro
in that?
Boys. No, that's a whole nother can of worms.
Okay.
See,
You want to talk
that's
Oh no, what have I
actually-
done?
That's
Is that
actually
this-
the last live action one. So the last 2 live
Oh,
action
okay.
ones were Michael Bay produced Ninja
Yeah.
Turtles movies. They gave the turtles lips. It was very weird.
Gave the turtles
Yeah,
lips.
they were like 6 feet tall. It was very
Yeah.
dumb.
It was
yeah,
really,
It was
yeah.
very,
it was a
very
trip.
dumb.
gigantic.
Yeah, Megan
Wait,
Fox
how
plays
is
April.
anything dumb after Secret of the Ooze? I'm sorry. Vanilla Ice.
How's everything dumb is after Turtles in Time?
Turtles in
Don't
Time.
get me wrong, I love
Wait
Vanilla
a minute.
Ice, but damn.
Wait Raven.
minute. Turtles in Time was all right.
See yourself out. Now, out
Oh,
you
no.
go. I'm taking over.
He did. Andy did.
And he did. He's just like,
Out
oh,
you go.
Wow. He followed
Talking to me about some Turtles
directions
inside.
very well.
So no, there were 2 Michael Bay produced ones, and I kind of feel bad because of the second one when it came out before the first one. I think it would have done a lot better because they got the hint. It was a different director for the second one. They shrunk them down to be turtle size, and they like made them all one color. In the first movie, they were like bulletproof. They didn't know it. Very stupid movie.
What?
Very stupid movie, Dan. Very stupid movie. But the second one had Bebop and Rocksteady, and they looked great for CGI live action style. And I was like, God damn, they wasted all this great animation on this shit movie. So that happened, and I was like, damn, I wish it was a Ninja Turtles movie. And there kind of was after there is a Netflix produced TMNT movie based off the latest series that's for like strictly for children.
I saw that.
It's a very, very wacky show. But like major voice actors are in it. It's weird. Like Zach Braff is like Donatello and he's awesome. You're just like, thanks for being here. Anyway, so Seth Rogen was like, we're making a new movie. I've got all my friends with me. I got Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross scoring it.
Which is wild.
Which is bananas. That's more bananas than Neil Blomkamp directing Gran Turismo, in my opinion. They were like, oh, we're doing a Turtles movie. We did the girl with the dragon tattoo and Ninja Turtles. Like what? Like what's happening?
What's your range, sir? What is your range?
Right, variety is the spice of life. And this movie was so good. And Seth Rogen put all four of these boys in the same room together to record this movie. So they got to play off of each other.
The chemistry.
And the chemistry was the synergy was like, it was like a clenched fist like this. It was so well done. It had banter of today and yesteryear. Like the pop culture references the Turtles were dropping. The way Ice Cube was having way too much fun as the villain.
Oh my god, Ice Cube!
Way too much fun.
Wait! Who is he?
He's Superfly.
Yeah,
that's right.
He was just.
Okay.
I mean, he's the equivalent of like voice acting eating up the scenery.
He was so good. He was so good.
I will give Ice Cube all the flowers every time, no matter what he's doing.
Me too.
April was great. Jackie Chan as Splitter was fantastic.
Yeah. Michael,
I did.
Oh, okay.
That was 2000. That was a TMNT one, and I don't know about perfection. It had a really good fight scene, and Patrick Stewart was in it. And I think the show is a lot better than the actual movie they produced.
Patrick Stewart.
And I think this movie was a lot better than that one, and it shatters it by leaps and bounds. Thank you. But yes, back to what I was saying. Ice Cube was so good. All the voice cast was great. Like Paul Rudd as Mondo Gecko was also having way too much fun. It's just
what
Paul
a
Rudd
wild
being
cast.
Paul Rudd.
Wild
cast. Hannibal Buress as Genghis Frog and Rose Byrne as Leatherhead and like what? Like what's happening?
I'm just sitting here. What the hell?
Like John
This
Cena
sounds like a drinking game going
It's
on.
like a drinking game. We're playing Cards Against Humanity, but we're talking about the Turtles movie. Like John Cena is like Bebop and Seth Rogen's Rocksteady.
Oh,
it was so well done, dude.
It's so perfect.
Giancarlo Esposito was Baxter, and he like wasn't really in it a lot, but he was great. And
I love John Cena getting all the work, man. Like,
dude, he finally. It took him a while, but
he rings in with his comedy.
He's
Exactly.
Yeah,
he makes a beautiful mermaid.
When I saw Blockers,
yes, he does.
When I saw Blockers, I was like, "This is where he needs to be," and he stayed there. He stayed in the comedic, actiony route, and it is good on him. I mean, Peacemaker happened, so.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Also, when is that second season coming out?
I mean, we're in a strike.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I know. When was it supposed to
It's gonna be a long winter in the Westeros, sir. I forgot the locations.
Winter is coming.
I'm a fan.
Oh shit!
All right, I watched all
winter
of it.
has come. But
man.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the animation.
Wait, is that happening in England too?
Oh, yeah, if you have a SAG card, it's going down.
I'm just kidding.
Yep.
It's going down, Dan. I'm sorry. Man.
Yeah, I know.
No, but
I just want George's Winds of Winter. I saw another teaser about it. Might never.
You're never gonna get that.
Yeah, it's gonna come in the year.
A man will not survive
20XX.
to write that book. He has 500 other things he wants to do before he wants to actually sit down and pen.
He literally wrote Elden Ring before this book.
Why?
Put it that way.
Why does he hate me?
He doesn't hate you. He hates the collective of you.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a cruise
It's
ship.
HBO's fault.
Now imagine the cruise ship with no power. That's you. You're just waiting. You know.
He's like,
Uh,
you guys will have to deal with the last season of Game of Thrones on
it's
HBO.
just you and
You'll
Wayne.
never get the Winds of Winter. Never.
But yeah, again, so good.
Yeah.
I do want to see it again. There's a lot of Easter eggs that I may have missed. Had to watch it in 3D because that's how these movies are marketed now. I will say, going in with seeing it with dads who are my age with their kids looking at
I
me
love
like,
that.
looking at me like, and I'm like, dude, it was in the half shell, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kidding me? Turtle power, man.
I need to see this now.
Yeah, they
love
validate. They
that.
The
validate.
soundtrack also is pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, it's hard. Oh
Oh,
my
you
god.
saw it, Mark, too?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
This movie
Nice.
is insane.
Yeah.
3 movies this year that aren't supposed. Well, Miles is supposed to have hip hop, but like Transformers having hip hop. Okay,
Transformers,
Mind
the way
blown,
they
right?
did that was beautiful.
but the fact that the Ninja Turtles are fighting people that the MOP's ante up. If you would have told me that that MOP was going to be in a Turtles movie for children, I would have been out of a lot of money. Holy crap, did they make that scene look so good with these little boys dressed as turtles beating up grown-ass men because they ninjas.
Because the ninjas.
The MOP's ante up.
That's, oh, man.
And they're like scratching out the curse words. What's happening? What are we doing? Thank you. Thank you.
I'm really excited because like I always like good child actors, like kids that really play like adult roles, kind of.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
And
great.
like Super 8 was always a favorite movie
Oh,
of
it's
mine.
so
because
good.
Just the way.
Yeah.
the way he
Yeah.
directs those kids, they
Great. Really
great
good.
synergy
Just
between all them kids, and I love that
Speaking-
shit.
Just the
'Cause let
way
me
it was
tell ya,
structured.
A kid can
you know?
really bring something down if you can't reel
Oh
him
yeah,
in.
yeah. I mean, Stranger Things made kids popular. We know that.
Yeah,
It's fine.
exactly.
Oh,
They-
totally
yeah.
too. Yeah.
And I'm going
Oh,
to out my
did the
mom
same
on
thing.
this. There was a year at the Tony Awards where both School of Rock the musical and Matilda the musical were nominated. So there were a lot of performances at the Tonys that year featuring a lot of child actors
Yeah.
singing and dancing and acting. And my mom just went, "Oh, dear God, just get it over with." Every single time. It could be that. It could be my mother groaning. I'm like, wait, you saw a lot of my child theater productions growing up. Oh no, was it like this?
Yeah, it's just like, oh, God,
You know
Just
it
like
was.
Claire?
You know it was. I was like, because these kids are professionals. Shit, what did she think about
I'm-
Oklahoma Junior? Shit.
It shows my age that when you say child actors, I immediately think of Kirsten Dunst.
Wow.
you know what?
I mean, that's just like the
Wow.
first visual that comes to my mind when you say a child actor doing an
I think of
amazing job
Elijah
playing
Wood.
someone
Yeah.
who's a lot more adult. Like
Interview with
that's
the
the
Vampire?
first thing that comes. Yeah, it's the first
Yeah.
thing that comes to mind because I
Claudia.
remember. I mean,
She
still
was-
now
yeah.
when I see
Freaking
clips
great
of
in
that
that.
movie, I'm like, "There's no way she was really that young. She was stealing scenes from
Yep.
She
people.
got
who,
nominated,
you know,
right?
Just
She
do
was
not
so
get
good in
scenes.
that movie, dude. She
Incredible.
was top tier awesome in that fucking movie.
Oh, she was
Killing
amazing. She was amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I mean, it's one thing to dress someone up. It's one thing to make someone up. It's one thing to have them say the words. She made you believe it. Like
Yeah.
this little girl was going to kill you. She
I
was
know.
going to kill you. Like, okay,
Mhm.
okay. You know?
That's awesome.
Oh, Mark, you saw Turtles, right?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
See, okay, can I ask you a question? We don't live on our coast, so I want to ask you a question. You probably have you're in San Diego, right?
No, I'm at San Francisco.
San Francisco. Oh, a much
Yes.
better city than Philadelphia. Great, fantastic. So,
Depends on who you asking what part of the city you go in, sir.
Yeah, I guess that's
how
true.
did
here as well.
you see this movie?
So this is something I'm glad you asked me
Okay.
because of the way that I saw the city and the way that they presented it and everything. It was kind of a bit of a shock, right?
Okay, yeah.
But then you know what it made me think of when I was a kid and I first saw The Wiz on screen, and it reminded me of that grit that the movie had. That it's like spectacular scenes mixed with that city grit. And I hadn't thought about that in a long time.
Right.
And I was like looking up like the movie afterwards, and I was like, That's what it reminded me of. It's like I hadn't had that happen in a long time. So yeah, it's really interesting how they presented because it captured that big city feel really,
Right.
really, really well. You know?
And to piggyback off of just Turtles as a whole, this is why Turtles will work forever. Like probably forever. It's because every time there's a new Turtles, it's a hard reset on everything. Lore is like 4 Turtles, Splinter, maybe a Shredder, boom, start, go. Maybe a Casey Jones, definitely an April, but like
I loved April in this film, by
and
the
it's
way.
like here they are for this thing.
Yeah.
And when this thing is done, we're going to do it again. And then here they are for this thing. And that's why, yes, 100%. I would put it on par with the first Spider-Verse when it comes to animation, because the second movie is just like, I don't even know how they fucking even did that shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm like literally blown away at like I still think about like Renaissance Vulture, and that's like at the beginning of the movie. I'm just like, how'd y'all do that shit? But anyway, this movie is gorgeous in my opinion. I think it's gorgeous. I think the design of the turtles. I like how Raph is like super like rugged to the point where like his belt buckle has a bandage on it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like stuff like that. Like and
love
Donnie's like the anime nerd
can't
who
wait to
has
see
like
the
stickers
visuals
on.
of this.
It's so the detail is so good.
Yeah.
And in Philly, and I understand this is a kids movie and 3D is more money for the theaters, and you know, and that's how they marketed it. So I had to put glasses on to watch this movie. And it wasn't that bad. I mean, 3D movies have come a long way since I complained about it earlier.
Yeah, for real.
So the glasses are comfortable now, so they got the hint for that, which was like, it used to be abysmal. Like I remember being like, this sucks. I'm done this shit. This is $30.
I remember the cardboard ones, the
man.
Red and blue.
Those are more comfortable than like just plastic digging into your temple.
That's probably true. They actually, because they're so lightweight,
right.
You know, that
exactly.
yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, that was like 5.1 Dolby and an IMAX screen screaming Avengers noises at you. You know, like, you're just here for Steve Rogers. You know, why am I wearing eyewear? But you know, it's gotten a lot better. I can't wait to watch it in 2D because I'm buying this movie. Like I told myself a few months back I'm going to start buying more physical media again. I definitely have Spider-Verse has a release date, by the way, so September 5th is 4K. Buying that. The cover's not really happy with how the cover turned out, but I'm buying it and I'm buying this. So I enjoyed it a lot. I definitely want to see it again. I'm just glad that Seth Rogen, out of all people, was like, yeah, Ninja Turtles rules. And when he said he was doing it, and it was announced like right before COVID happened.
Yeah.
To the point where I remember it was supposed to come to Netflix. There people were like, oh, it's coming to Netflix, but we got confused of that latest Turtles show that became a movie for Netflix.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're like, oh, Seth Rogen shit's coming to the theaters. He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, now I'm super excited. Because the director is a guy named Jim Rowe, who did the Mitchells versus Machines, which is the movie that was affected by COVID.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah. It was the Netflix DreamWorks thing that was supposed to come to theaters, but COVID happened. And he was like, yeah, when it came to like storyboarding, we just threw stuff up there. And if it worked, it worked. Like they moved some scenes around. And they let the animators take their time. They were like, we're in a situation, and this is like pre-strike, but like a situation where studios are being overworked. We talked about this a lot. Video game studios are being overworked. A lot of artists are being overworked. They don't sleep because of said project. He was like, yeah, this movie took a while to come out. I mean, it was announced like in 2019, I think. And they were like, yeah, we let the animators take their time. And that's why it came out. It came out. And so, like, there's an example of letting the artists create the art, and if you let them create the art, good things will come of it. Yeah. So, not only is Turtles a good movie, but it set an example of why time matters when it comes to animation and making things the way that they are. And I also like to big ups to the graphic design of the graphic design team of this movie when it comes to promotion. I haven't seen a Turtles movie just promoted this much since I was a kid. Like not even the TMNT one that came to theaters before this was, or the Michael Bay one, but they had like a couple Pizza Hut commercials or whatever. But like,
I like Turtles.
that kid has a commercial,
I know he does, and it just killed me when I saw it.
and he's a grown man now, and I feel even wrong.
I like Turtles.
I like Turtles. You heard
I
it
like
first,
Turtles,
folks.
sir.
He likes Turtles,
He likes Turtles.
but
These
yeah.
ones specifically.
And it's kind of cool because Nickelodeon bought the Ninja Turtles for like a while now. So it's kind of like, like buying Last Ronin and being like, oh man, Last Ronin's finally here, and opening up and seeing Nickelodeon.
There's a video game coming out of it.
Yes, did you see that trailer?
Yes. Seriously, I was like, my jaw dropped. I was like,
It's gonna play like God of War, Dan.
What?
It's gonna play like God of War.
Say it again.
It's going to play like God of War. I almost ate this microphone. But yeah, this is probably one of the best decisions Nickelodeon has made because I believe the four teenagers here work already for Nickelodeon in some capacity.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I think they're actors on other shows.
Yeah. That would make perfect sense, right? It's
right.
like, yeah.
It's just the structure of like these four kids and major actors around them is brilliant.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. No, absolutely.
It's brilliant.
Because like
It's
that's
brilliant.
just the thing.
This
It's
is
like
how you make
you
stars.
believed that they were brothers, right?
Right,
You
you
absolutely
believed it.
believed it. Yeah. And it was fun and it was chaotic. Like having kids like that age around. It's like
Seth is like the master of letting the camera roll to improv. I mean, like 40-year-old version is the test of that, right? All of his movies are a test of that. He said there are hours of banter between these four kids.
That's awesome.
They were like, we followed a script, but a lot of them is just them just going.
Yeah.
And they're like, they don't even, and half of the time they didn't even know. But they were like, they were just like, we got all that. Oh, like, yeah. And the fact that they got their feedback on like, okay, if we were to dress the turtles up in human clothes, what will you wear? And all
cool.
their outfits of them in disguise as humans, because outside of trench coats and hats like it was in the 80s.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what are you guys doing?
Those were great. Like, y'all
was
were a
great,
lot
though. I
more
loved it.
obvious that way.
I'm like, you're a giant turtle in a trench coat. Like, you're wearing a Flasher's rain jacket, dude.
Exactly.
But they got their feedback to the point where like Donnie is wearing a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure hoodie. Like what? Like because the kid the voice actor loves that anime. Like
so
stuff
cool.
like that. Like stuff
That's
like,
yeah.
That's
and
a lot of great attention.
he shot
to
out
detail.
Favreau because he got the idea of recording all four kids when he was, I think, Pumbaa in the live action Lion King, and him and Billy from up the street was Timon and Pumbaa. And they were in a room
Billy
together.
Eichner, really?
Billy Eichner was
Billy
Timon,
Eichner was Timon, and they were in a room together the whole time. And he was like, "That's how we're going to do it."
Yeah.
There were a lot of things
could
that
totally
I
see
did not
that now.
enjoy about
Yeah.
that movie, but Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner were certainly parts that I
I could see how that would totally work.
It was just like it was a weird Hollywood look at us movie. Like, look, guys, Beyonce's Nala. It's like, okay, guys.
Well,
that and the only
Okay.
redeeming part was that I had like a full bottle of wine before I started that movie.
Yes,
and
we like
my
Donald
cat
Glover.
was and we liked Donald Glover, and then the cats were watching the lions like they were real animals. Or
That's
the
always
cats,
fun.
singular.
That's
When
was
it
like,
comes down to it, stop remaking Disney cartoon movies with
It's
live
all
action.
cash grabs, man. It's all cash grabs. They're not going
That's
I mean,
it.
and I get it. We need money, and Disney somehow we're not getting enough from anything else. But stop making.
But
live
what
action
haven't they
remakes of
done
movies.
yet?
You're right.
well,
Probably
they
a
haven't
lot.
done this yet, Mike.
Everyone in the order knew
Hooray.
Oh,
few would live to see what he became.
By the end of the Clone Wars, I walked away from him and the Jedi.
Huh?
Mm.
Did they?
in 10 days.
In 10 days they will.
How
like
how
Dan's-
crazy
I
is
like
that
Dan's
number, by the
Kareem
way?
Abdul-
I know.
Jabbar
That's what I was just
skyhook.
telling Sean. I was like, dude,
What?
we're only like weeks away, if even
Yeah.
that. It's like it's so insane. Yeah, I can't believe it. I cannot
I'm
believe
not
it.
gonna be okay in 10
I
days.
think this is going to be
Money.
the one, guys. This is going to be the
Money.
one.
They were just going like this with money. Just
Yeah.
do it. Make
I'm
it
I'm
happen.
gonna be
I'm gonna cry, guys.
I'm gonna be excited when it starts, but in the meantime, I'm still mourning Ray. I'm looking
I
forward to seeing him.
know, but you know
But that
what?
one just breaks my
Yeah.
heart because
It's
he has
so
been in
cool to
so
see
many
him.
movies, and
Yeah.
I
He's
You
tight as
love
pillow.
loved him in everything.
Yeah.
First saw him in Rome. Tight as
No,
pillow.
no, no. Hayden, we'll pay you a huge amount of money. We need you here for Ahsoka. You coming?
Oh
It's
my
a bag
god.
of
Dog, he-
money.
Dog, he reco-
It's
That
a
was
literally
brand
back
new
to back.
audio.
it was
Brand new audio.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
recorded probably during Kenobi, like put it in the
All
bag.
right, we'll see you.
Probably, I mean, possibly, but it's a very directly speaking to Ahsoka. Also, his
Yeah.
lovely little Canadian oot.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, oh,
Put it in the bag. The mouse demands it.
Boot
Yeah.
and a boot.
So,
What are you talking about?
we got that one like little flash of Hayden right there. That's pretty much what I wanted to show, so we don't get like smacked up with anything crazy.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know,
What a lie.
copyright crap. But anyway,
give me.
do we
a
think we're going to
ghosty.
see much of him throughout the series, Claire? Would you just say?
Said, give me a ghosty. He would be so happy to do it. I mean, he would have been so happy to have done it because it's done filming. It's just gonna. It just. I don't know. It's so hard to like think about telling a story where she's fighting previous remnants of the Jedi without addressing the whole Anakin Skywalker of it all. I don't know. Like, obviously, this trailer's teasing me, but probably to let me down. I'm trying not to get my hopes too high, but
But you know there'll be a portion of the fandom that'll cry if he is in it.
We got force
Because it'll be like we went back to Tatooine again because they
Right,
can't be happy with
they can
anything.
fucking deal with it because
I
I would
was-
be.
That's what I
sobbing
say.
at the
I was thinking
You're
about
gonna
this.
take his bed sand and like it.
I was
I
nice.
just needed to be
Very
there.
good.
Like
Very good.
I needed to play devil's advocate for a second there to
I
just
understood. I
recognize
understand.
that there's a part of the fandom that are going to be dinks no matter what happens.
No matter what happens,
Yep.
the tears will always come.
Experience
And we will have-
joy. God
We
damn
will
it!
have,
Yes,
we will
just
have the
experience it.
we will have
Right.
the roughest,
God forbid you have
Dollar
fun.
Tree, nastiest tissues for them
Oh,
to
true.
scar
No, no,
their
no, no, no. I'm
faces
just
with.
gonna-
I
I'm
will
just gonna-
save
I want
every
your
not
cheeks
filled
so
tissue.
red.
Mike, I'm gonna hold this below their eyes and go here.
No,
Fill this
no,
up.
I don't want to collect them. I want them to have facial scars from them
Permanent
drying their
maiming.
tears on the worst tissues possible. I want it to be
One
the
ply.
gorilla glue,
One
the
ply.
gorilla tape of tissues.
Sandpaper.
I want you looking
The
like the
Scott
fucking crow.
1000, right? The
Okay.
Scott 1000 at the oh yeah.
Why
I
is
want
it-
you
why does-
looking
why does
like
Scott
Eric
make that?
motherfucking Dragon.
Draven.
You're like, Thrawn isn't blue enough. Ah! That's not a Twi'lek.
In this war, you will face more than just droids.
Oh,
As your master, it's my responsibility to prepare you.
Freaking
The
cool.
Jedi will rise. Also, first alien lead in the Star Wars show. All right.
yes.
Well, let's
Yeah.
touch
Put
on
your
that.
hands together. All
That,
right.
that a new Jedi will rise. What does that mean? Who?
Ahsoka's, I don't know.
It's not
Uh,
Ahsoka. She's no
also-
Jedi.
Also, follow up. Are we talking Jedi singular, or are we talking plural? Are we talking a new Jedi order, new Jedi, one Jedi, or many Jedi?
Let me
That was
tell you
a-
how much.
Are we talking a singular Jedi or a plural Jedi? We've already had it teased that our friend Sabine has been trained by. Hi, Lauren.
Hello,
Uh,
Apparently she
been
couldn't
trained.
handle Ahsoka's training because Ahsoka's pretty hard on her.
Yeah, but with the conversation also I was having with Sean again, is that I don't know that Sabine is necessarily force sensitive, and it's just that she's being trained to learn from Ahsoka to be able to wield,
Yeah.
whether it be any type of saber, whatever,
That would be
and-
really cool though.
Yeah, I don't
Me
know. I just don't want him to mess with Sabine too much. I love that character a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. I
Mhm.
think that it's kind of doing it to throw us off, but I could be wrong, and we don't know what's going to happen just yet, right?
Is this where the
There's
We don't know
probably
who's
a
gonna
reason
show
for all
up.
of it.
Is
Yeah,
this where
there's
the
going to
dark
be a
saber's
reason
gonna
for
end
all
up?
of this. So
We
I'm
don't
just
know.
going to wait and see what happens.
Like, we don't know if Jason is gonna show up.
dark
We
saber's
don't
broken, by the
know
way.
He's
if
in the Lego
Ezra's
set,
gonna
though.
show up.
Just remembered that.
Jason's
Yeah.
in the Lego set for like an Ahsoka
For the ghost.
Lego
For the
set?
ghost. Yeah. For Ghost. Yeah, the ghost and the little ship.
And
It's
his
like
hair color was wrong, guys.
yeah, it was in green
His
hair.
hair
It's
color
dark hair.
Was wrong.
There
My hair's
have
green
been few
sometimes,
moments.
and sometimes it's not.
Exactly.
Let me tell you the
I'm happy to
wonders
not be on
of
Twitter,
paint.
really. Except to share
Paint has
that
been
we're podcast.
around. Let me tell you about paint. You could do so much with paint. You could put different type of bristles and brushes, and you can take that and you can paint his hair the color, any color you want it to be, and then you can have that character be figure accurate. When I was a kid, there would be a Batman on the cover of the back of the box that wasn't on the front of the box, and I was like, I'm still buying this Batman figure though. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not the color he was in the commercial, but god damn it, it's a toy and I want it.
Yeah, like when
Yep.
his suit was blue.
And
or
I
black.
have paint.
You know what? These damn.
Mike, you put the beer down.
Nope.
You just put the
Nope.
beer down.
What you
You
drinking,
know
by the
what?
way, Mike? What
My
type
man's
of
talking about paint action
Drinking,
figures.
drinking Too Juicy by
Juice.
Nice.
Oh, all right.
It is
like
8.2%.
Woo!
Come on.
Okay,
I love it.
Mike. All right.
What's the
You've
matter with
had
you?
enough. It's you know,
I'm fine.
you're just like pumpkin beer Dan.
I'm fine.
I'm pumpkin. Is that I
fine.
love pumpkin beer, Dad.
Pumpkin beer season's coming up. It is coming up. I was going
saw-
try to get at least one or two.
I saw
Pumpkin beer is one of my
Oktoberfest
favorite.
at Costco this weekend. I was
Oh my
very
God, Oktoberfest beer's already coming out. That's right.
And
saw
you get
it.
Halloween candy.
We definitely
I
have
love
to
Oktoberfest.
do
I would like
Team
to-
Poodoo.
Announce my candidacy, my campaign for being the only person who doesn't like pumpkin spice.
I don't like
If
it
you
either.
feel like you
It's
need
good.
to be a part of my
Okay.
crew, it's
There
okay.
you go.
If it just has to be me, that's okay too. But I just want to be the one to say no pumpkin spice here.
I
Like,
will join your
like-
ship.
Local
My
I, will
wife-
Oktoberfest.
drink-
is fun, though.
I, as the basic white girl of the
My-
podcast,
My
I
wife.
will embrace the pumpkin
I
spice.
will
My wife.
embrace the
Everybody.
pumpkin spice.
You take my share,
Yo,
babe.
I have
You take
my-
my share.
My Uggs are on the standby. So that's
Julie is straight up. She is like
Don't you
she's
act like I don't have Uggs. You bet your ass I have Uggs.
Julie's like you've merely adopted the pumpkin spice.
Oh,
I was born in
Oh
it.
my God.
Oh yes, oh yes. Your
I'm just
precious
looking for-
armory of pumpkin spice.
We need it.
I'm just looking forward to the part where I go in and order my drink and they don't ask me if I want it hot or cold anymore. Like,
Oh yeah.
Oh, interesting. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah.
that's
Maybe
all
the
I look
captain
for.
of
This
Thank you,
season.
Lauren.
We're getting there. I mean, it's like
Well,
literally.
yeah.
I was just sitting there thinking about like we're about to enter the last 4 months of the year here pretty soon. It's like
Yeah,
it's
listen,
right around the
every time
corner.
people Tell me summer's over. I'm like, it's not over.
Not over yet.
It's not
Yeah.
over.
Not
Yeah.
over. It's still very much
85
August.
It's
guys.
not over
Yeah,
until
it's
the end
still
of
August.
October. Because there's
Yeah.
still hot weather to be had between now and the end of October. So there's
Yeah.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
depending on where you are, I'm in
Summer
Minnesota,
times.
so I'm figuring halfway through September we'll probably be done.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's just-
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair, but like
You read the
still
is it you
August,
say
though.
Farmer's Almanac? Did you say that? Is that what you said?
What happened? What?
You
I
referenced
haven't
the
looked. I
Farmer's
haven't
Almanac.
looked at the almanac now.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
Are you
I'm just.
Marty McFly? What's happening?
That is mid-country voodoo.
Biff Tower? What's going on?
Oh
The
my
Farmer's
God.
Almanac is going to tell us what's going to happen
Hey,
before it
You
happens.
know what? The Farmer's Almanac isn't wrong
They
very
fucking
often.
know.
That's why people
They fucking
use
know.
it.
I know.
That's
I
right.
actually, I put a
I
little.
picked up a
stock
couple in
into
my
it.
time.
Like when I
Yep,
hear people,
yep.
like when I hear someone quote like what's going to happen, I'm like, all right, maybe I'll just keep an eye out.
Yeah.
I'm just going by, experience of living in this part of the country for a long time. So
Yeah.
it can be beautiful in September, yes, but I'm
Mhm.
not going to say it's still summertime. It's
No,
still
because
nice,
I've been
but
in
it's not
I've been
summer.
in Denver early September and we got snow because my friend's
Yeah.
wedding got snowed on, and it was not supposed to have snowed that weekend. So made for a beautiful
Damn.
wedding though. It was
Mine's
awesome.
in October. I'm scared of that.
He's like,
Well,
thanks,
we're
farmers.
due for a snowy year.
What is
too,
yours,
Claire.
Claire?
October 19th
Oh.
of next year. Don't snow on me.
Oh,
It's supposed to still
wow.
be pretty fall.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
It says it's supposed to be
October.
35 degrees.
October's
average
wedding season.
temperature.
The
Yeah.
fall is always usually wedding season, right?
And that's a good date. I mean, you
Pretty
could
leads.
get it, but you're fairly safe for
I'm
snow.
probably-
You're just
This
gonna
might
have to
not be as
have a
warm.
backup plan, and
Yeah. Oh, trust me, there's a backup plan in place because
Of course.
fucking Illinois, man.
There you go. There you go, Claire.
Anna Stein.
Savannah Stein. So who was Savannah? Wait,
don't
so
know who
Savannah.
that is.
Look her up.
That actress.
Look her up.
Look her up. But yeah, hold on. Let's finish this. Now we could finish this train.
Oh shit.
I won't always be there and look out for you.
I could use the help.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.
Don't be afraid.
Did you notice? Wait, hold on. Did you notice Sabine where she was when she was riding on that speeder? She was on
Yeah.
Lothal.
Yeah, she'll look up because they show her at that building, like literally where Ezra's home, right? Or like where
Yeah.
they first show Ezra at the beginning of the series. Yeah.
Yeah, but just like even that part,
Great
she's
to see that in live
yeah.
action.
I'm hoping that she's on that like same road that they were riding the bikes on in in Rebels, where she's riding that bike there. Like that'd be
Mhm.
freaking cool as shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so friggin' pumped for this. All right, let's get the rest.
Trust your
Do it,
instincts.
Dan.
I know you can do this, Ahsoka.
Do the hand thing.
Oh my god, the hand thing.
Exactly.
Not the
She looked like
hand
Anakin doing it, man. It's like, it's like, yeah, you gotta love it. You gotta love it.
Yeah,
I wonder how they're gonna play him into all this because they have to have some flashback, right? Because obviously you can't not have this important character without
Yeah, I would
Anakin.
assume
I mean,
so.
come on. It's just it has to happen. So
I love the Bane and Xana vibes between Ray Stevenson and that blonde chick's like those two dark side people. Not dark, I don't know what they are. They're mercenaries, but
Yeah.
they're both
They're orange side people.
orange side people.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love that it's blood orange too. Like, I love
Yeah,
it.
I had like
do
some
love the
theories
flavor.
on that, like why it's not totally red.
They'll probably talk about it. Hopefully, I don't know.
Hopefully,
sure.
right,
Yeah.
because you got an orange lightsaber in whatchamacallit, the Fallen Order, right?
The first time I ever saw an orange lightsaber
Survivor?
ever was
Survivor. My bad.
there was an Attack of the Clones game, and Plo Koon had an orange one, but it wasn't like canon accurate; it just matched his skin color, and I was just like, "That's dope.
okay.
That's really
Love-
cool."
I
He
love
doesn't have that, but that's really
One of
cool.
my faves. But
Oh.
I'm thinking it's just like the way I saw it change for the guy in Jedi Survivor, when that Dagon dude changed it. He wasn't like pouring all of his he wasn't like pouring all of his like hate and suffering. He was just mad.
Yeah.
Like he was just angry, and it just made the crystal like almost red.
Well, isn't anger one of the steps?
It's
to
just
the dark
one
side?
of them,
I mean,
though. But
yeah.
like when you make it red, it's like you're pouring all of your suffering, your
Yeah.
hate, your pain, everything into it to like make this crystal bleed red. Like when he did it, he was just like, it was like a quick change to this orange color because he was just really pissed off.
I mean,
So-
if you think about it, he was in the BAFTA tank for like a lot of years.
exactly.
Right.
Like a
Wrinkly your skin looks when
long
you come out of there.
time.
Come on.
You
So
know,
it was probably him like
Could have
channeling
been like
all
some
that and being
crazy
like,
vanilla sky like dream,
no, but he probably was like, as soon as they get out of here, this is
I'm
going
gonna-
down. And then he got out and he was just like, all of it right now.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
he was just like,
Also-
"Ah!"
Also, Dan, video game. Just being fair. Just being fair there.
Right. I know it's a video game,
being
but
fair.
you know,
Be fair. Just be fair.
they try to stick with canon.
I know,
Like,
but like you
people
gotta
discanonize.
speed it up just a little bit. Like if
I'm
it was
just-
a comic,
I know,
it probably
I
would have been
know,
like
I
2
know.
issues.
But
you
it
know
was
what I'm saying?
orange,
Like,
Mike. It was orange.
I agree. I agree.
So I'm
yes.
just saying, like maybe
It
it's
was-
just,
the-
maybe Ray
also-
Stevenson isn't,
also-
you know, he's not like hateful. He's just mad.
It was orange because
He's
the
a little
background
grumpy.
was a blue sky. So maybe
Maybe
it
he's
was
not
red.
hateful, he's just mad.
We're having like a kitty walk
Or-
in front of Claire like it's a dewback in the special edition.
Right? Look
Right,
at this.
exactly.
Oh my
Exactly.
god. Nice
Or maybe,
special
you know.
edition drop.
Or maybe
Right?
the animators were really thinking about that. at
That's
the
what I was-
time.
Well, you know what, Mark? It's so
Talented
funny when you
people
say
show
that.
up
Like
and
I
they do.
noticed that like as he kept redoing shit, like it was just he just threw more shit on the screen. It was just like
Mhm.
Yeah.
more shit.
It
walked
looks like
across
the bottom
camera.
of a Bob Ross painting at the beginning.
Oh, that's
That
some
is
I
very,
was
very
like,
true.
what's
Oh.
happening?
happy
Yay.
trees.
Is
That's
Claire
the
a happy
pain of-
mountainscape?
This is a
I
little
love
snow
that
dune
for me.
here, a
I
little
really do.
snow
That's what-
dune.
I think
That's what makes
Claire is the
watching people
Claire.
react.
We have a kitty in front. Let's put a happy Claire in the back.
Claire. If we're gonna write Claire
I
with
can
a
actually
question
hear him
mark,
saying that too.
we're gonna put a little Claire in the corner with a question mark.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Claire?
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 Claire? Yes, Leon. It's Claire. It's Claire, Leon.
Oh god.
You're yelling. There's zombies behind
She's under
you,
the
sweetie.
happy little tree.
All the trees they're always the happiest. He's using
Always the
Alzarian.
happiest.
He's also using
Claire?
my favorite color ever, Alzarian crimson,
Oh, jeez.
Alzarian Crimson.
or
That's
very,
or,
very,
or
very
as he
great.
says, titanium white.
Yes, titanium
The
white.
best part,
Yes.
titanium white.
Quite.
well,
That's
miss
right. I
Bob
take
Ross
all
so
of
much.
my colors from the 64 Crayola box, man.
Hey, listen,
mean, I
Bob
love Bob,
Ross
but no.
designed it so everyone and their mom could be saying
Granny Smith.
Alzarian crimson.
Yes, Granny Smith apple.
Yeah.
Macaroni and cheese.
Thank you, Bob
Macaroni and
Ross,
cheese. Timberwolf.
the greatest
Cool.
Jedi.
Purple
Bob Ross.
Mountain's Majesty.
Yes,
Purple.
Purple Mountain's Majesty. Oh, and asparagus, which is
Asparagus.
the most stunning shade of green.
I know. It's an A+ vegetable and an A+ Crayola shade.
I make it a
I've
point
always
never
been a
to
fan
argue
of
with you,
fuchsia.
right?
Fuchsia.
Yes.
Yes.
Fuchsia.
Yes.
But, you know, the thing when I was a kid that really, made me lose sleep was the red, orange, red thing. Like, why did you
Sure.
have to have both of them? You couldn't have just had one. Why did they have to have
And-
both? I got confused.
And
I-
yellow,
a lot.
orange, yellow. There was
Yes.
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you had macaroni and cheese, which
Yeah.
was somewhere in the middle. We're like,
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah. And we're like,
Apparently,
are
goldenrod
we?
wasn't good enough.
Are
Goldenrod
like,
is Bob Ross.
are we even colors at
I
this point?
love goldenrod.
Because I mean, come on.
And maize was lovely. That was
Maize
was
a
beautiful.
lovely shade of yellow.
Noodles
Like
and
that
chicken is
cornflower
breadcrumbs
blue.
are a
I'm
color
here
now.
for cornflower.
Yeah.
Periwinkle.
Periwinkle's pretty cool. It's a good
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
Lavender is always a good one.
Lavender
There
was
was-
a good one.
You always know when you see it. That's
There
lavender
was
over there.
That's lavender.
And there was apricot.
Claire's
and apparently
4
it
fingers
was
alone.
just how
Only
you
her
felt.
4 fingers are lavender.
I love that. That's actually I
Oh.
love that. It's a nice shade.
Claire's
Beautiful.
left
Thank you.
hand is lavender.
Left hand lavender, baby.
It is International Left-Handers Day, so to all of you,
Aw.
out there,
For all of you who write weird,
whatever,
this is for you.
for being wrong, it's great. Do it.
Yeah.
For being wrong.
I have a Southpaw sister, and it has been a
A
lifetime of
southpaw sister.
yelling at her
Both of
because
my brothers
she's
are southpaws as
wrong-handed.
well.
She's wrong-handed.
Yeah.
She can't help it.
She's wrong-handed.
wrong.
No, honestly, if
Whoa.
you're writing with a pencil and your hand smears all of the graphite in the
Yeah, you
pencil,
failed.
that's
You failed
wrong-handed
school.
right there.
Hey,
You're
I'm so
wrong-handed.
sorry. I'm sorry you're built that way.
Whoa,
That's
whoa, whoa.
unfortunate.
I'm sorry. We're talking about hands in front of Dan. Are we offending you, banana hands? Are we
I
offending you?
love Southpaws.
Speaking of
I
wrong-
just need to make fun of them.
Speaking of
I'm sorry.
wrong-handed,
Is that Mount
Dan is
Rushmore? Or is that
wrong-handed.
Dan's hand? Jesus Christ.
I'm always wearing a baseball mitt.
Yeah, I was
you
gonna say,
are.
those
You
aren't
literally
hands, they're
two
mitts.
catcher's
Hey,
mitts.
Brian.
Yeah,
Today's
you
your
were
day,
the stunt
Brian.
double
I'm
for the
sorry.
Today's
penguin.
your day, Brian.
Well, that's been
And the
enough
scissors.
shooting the poodoo for tonight. It's been an hour and 5 minutes of the
Yo,
end of
Dan,
it
what's it like destroying
being a lot of
keyboards?
hand shaming, right hand shaming, left hand shaming.
How about all hand shaming, Popeye? Jesus Christ. What are you, Andre the Giant? Anybody want a
Anybody want a peanut?
Mike,
Yeah! Yeah!
Oh no.
Three kicks!
working every, Wait, Mike, are you wearing shorts?
Yeah, all the
We're gonna
time,
find
man.
you.
I'm home, dude.
Right? Exactly.
Do you have some-
It's always summer in my house, brother.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Shorts at home, dude. Seriously, unless it's
I'm
really,
from the
really cold,
Northeast.
home
I'm wearing
is for shorts.
basketball shorts.
Oh yeah, I wear
No.
shorts too. I got sweatpants on right now.
Yeah.
I went to the grocery store, so I still
Like,
even have my
gross.
jeans on, but I got lots of love
Perfect.
for my Darth Vader sweatshirt at Aldi
Oh.
today.
Oh,
There you
no,
go.
what
Cashier
just
was like,
happened?
"Oh, I like your shirt." And he's like, "It's kind of like a stylized Darth Vader." I said, "That's how we do it on the dark side."
Yep.
There you go.
Exactly.
Michael,
It's kind
my
of like
God.
no.
Yes,
It
yes,
is.
Daniel.
That's exactly what it is.
where can everybody
You
find
can
you?
find me in space because space is the place.
I'm
No, you can
Yeah,
find me
I'm
here every Sunday for Shooting the Poodoo, and we will be back Tuesday for Baraxium Gaming. It just went down in a major way. It got a war Ragnarok. I can't even talk about it. That's how good it went down.
Oh my god, we're hitting all the tones.
Dan's brain
I'm going through it,
did
going
like
through it.
3 somersaults and then dove.
Yeah,
That's what happened.
I've been going through all the emotions with this. I mean, just learning the ways of
Dan
fatherhood
hasn't
through
seen
Kratos.
Dan hasn't seen his socks in like 2 weeks because they were rocked off. He just went to the beach in Crocs. Just
You ever see a potato cannon? It was like,
yeah, it was insane. So you can find us there every Tuesday going forward. We're back out of War Ragnarok until it's done. 9 p.m. EST on Baraxium. That's an underscore. Watch your step. Don't want to lose your rings at the bottom of the pit there, Sonic. It's a Floor Dash Gaming. Come see us. Check us out. Look for all the links from the Roguezilla, or even maybe stay on Target 42's Twitter page. Yeah, so stay tuned to that. And once we're done that, it's back with Dan on the sticks and me laughing at him playing Last of Us. So that should be pretty good.
we'll be getting
So-
that finished by the time maybe the second season's out.
You think
Probably
bigger,
not.
Dan. Think bigger.
All right, we'll think big.
Think bigger.
Mark,
You can find me Sundays here with these fine folks. And you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, or Blue Sky at I am El Diablito.
let's all refuse to call it X. Thank you.
Yeah,
It's not X. It's
Twitter. Twitter.
Well,
Shut up.
there's one thing for sure. X is going to give it to you.
Nice.
All right.
He
Raven?
usually does. So it's what you're hearing. So
You can find me here on Shooting the Poodoo on Sundays. If you are really a glutton for punishment, you can follow me on Instagram. I exist on Thread, but I'm not doing anything. But I can see your posts, so
Is
by all
anyone?
means, follow
I can
me so I can follow and see the cool stuff that you put up because I can at least see it. But other than that, yeah, don't look for me. I'm not interesting. Just don't.
I'm a ghost.
Hey,
Yes.
Raven, if you want a Blue Sky ticket, I got one. Just saying. I know you.
Raven, what did Nancy Reagan tell us? Just say no.
Just say no.
Just
That's
say
right.
no.
She did say
Just
that,
say
didn't
no.
she?
She
Claire?
did say that a number of times.
Claire,
Claire?
we're going to find you.
Apparently, I don't know.
Because
You
Leon
can
can't.
find me- You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky at C-Stribs. You can also follow the Imperial Senate podcast everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, blah blah blah. subscribe on YouTube. We're doing a lot of really fun like game streams recently. Like we've been playing a lot of Quiplash. We're going to be doing like Trivia Murder Party. I need to finish Jack and Daxter, so coming up soon.
Yes, you do.
I'll make sure to warn you. I'll text you, Rogue. I'll be like, Jack and
why is
Daxter
she
stream.
still playing it?
I know. I need to find a Jack and Daxter day, but we're doing a lot of like group games that people can play along with at home. So if you're interested in joining in, it's really fun. Mostly it's like fill in the blank kind of games like Quiplash, but we also have trivia. We're also going to do like there's a game that they do that I'm blanking on the name of right now, but it's like Pictionary, but it's on your phone and it'd be fun.
Phonetionary.
Yeah, it sounds like fun. And then we all can vote on answers and stuff. And that was a really long-winded way to say just go follow Imperial Cine Podcast places to find out what we're doing and play games with us because that's cool too.
Game streaming is fun.
It is
fun.
It's the best.
Now that I'm replaying Mass Effect, I think I want to do
dude.
Do a session on that.
Do it.
Yeah. You can find me at Stay on Target 42. That's also where the game streaming will happen as well. With Michael on Tuesdays doing Shootin the not Shootin the Poodoo. BX Gaming. I'm sorry, I'm off. Shootin the Poodoo on Sundays live at 9. BX Gaming Tuesdays live at 9. And I also have a quick shot coming out for Vader, but check out all the quick shots that come out on our YouTube, the shorts everywhere. Claire's involved. We've got a whole fantastic crew that Chris has put together for the quick shots. So check it out. I covered Vader, and I'll also be covering D Squad of the Dark Droids series, which is like sounds so much fun. Like to read this series that's coming out. I can't wait. So yeah, all of that. Check it out. Check out all the other content we got on Broaxium. You guys will all love it. And me and Chris have a show coming up for Ahsoka, and it's called Abroka. So be ready for it. It's us giving you our top 3 favorite moments from each episode.
Nice.
I think we're going to talk about how we're going to lay out the first one since it's a 2-episode premiere. But yeah, it's if you've seen any of our other top 3 stuff, some of our best stuff was the Book of Boba Fett. We had a lot of fun with that. But yeah, check it out. Thanks for joining us, chat. Always love to see every one of you, my crew. I'll see you guys in the green room afterwards.
Yeah.
Everybody have a great night. We'll see you all next week. May the force be with you.
Always.
Ah.